Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So keep relax your body and your right palm on your left. Neck head straight in one line and bring your attention to your body. Scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation, and then later observe the change or impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within any sensation arise in your body. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Mentally, relax your body, following my words. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax all abdominal organs, relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, please. And allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen naturally. And when it happens, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. Don't interfere with anything. Don't try to make anything happen the way you want. Just observe and recognize. If your mind go here and there, don't worry about it. Just keep attention towards the sensation again and again. Keep focus to inhalation, exhalation. Slowly shift your pattern and observe entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, and recognize when inhalation or exhalation happens. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Just keep focus your mind to the sensation. Don't look any other details. Just see how the sensation change moment by moment. and recognize the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within any sensation arise in your body. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light and expand the capacity little by little to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Sri Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, 2600 years ago, Prince Siddhartha was in the palace and had a very luxurious life. And then himself, one day he found out that is not the life that he want. But at the same time, his father and all other friends and family members, everyone tried to keep him away from his own journey. But somehow, what happened? He able to escape from that everything because he knew himself that is what not he want. And he knew, even though that he has the kingdom and the palace and everything, all the facilities, all these luxurious facilities, he knew that is not for him. And then he started to get out of that and went to all the schools and the great ascetics and the traditions and start to follow and start to learn many things. But still he knew that is not what he want. And he was looking the ultimate truth. And finally one day he attained to the Buddhahood. So once he attained to the Buddhahood and he introduced himself that what he found out, these teachings. And as Buddha's teaching, today we have many different details. But if you go to the depth of this all, remember, the most important, most powerful, that the most beautiful teachings that he gave is Vipassana meditation. That other everything added to it on the way. Because Vipassana teaching was the Vipassana meditation was the most brand new the method that the Buddha himself introduced and followed by the all other Buddhas method. And each and every Buddha, after eons by eons through this timeline, and they come to this world and they finding this method. So today what happening, because of the name of this religion, and we injecting fear to ourselves. But when we look at the Vipassana meditation, the main purpose in that meditation, the main quality, main foundation should be freedom. Your mind should be completely independent and free from all the fear. But mostly when we look at the religions, all the religions all over the world, the very first, the quality that the religion have, they inject the fear. So once you have the fear regarding something, you become a debtor to that fear. So when you have fear in your mind, you cannot concentrate. You cannot develop the attention regarding anything. Even in day-to-day life, or as an ordinary person, even for your children, as a husband, wife, for your personal life, as parents, as a society. If you have fear regarding something or somebody or some situation, remember you are not complete in that moment. So the Buddha completely introduced different method. So when it comes to the community of the Sangha, that doesn't mean only the monks. The whoever follow the Buddha's methods included to the Sangha. So that means you go through the total freedom. You're looking for total liberation. So that liberation should come from within yourself. It is not with this outside world. But today, name of the religion and the name of the life, we looking and struggling with this outside world. So then remember yourself, when you come to this practice, when you come to this samatha and vipassana meditation, it is completely regarding your total freedom. It's nothing else. So when it comes to your total freedom, so what is the most difficult barrier and the hindrance come to you? Your past memory. Why it happened to us like that way? Because the past memory is steady, solid. It doesn't change. So in the moment that you spending, why you become so comfortable to remind your past memory? Because it is steady and it is solid, and it doesn't bring any kind of, it doesn't change any kind of that reaction or outcome. It is just a memory. But in the moment that you reflecting that memory, in the moment, in this very moment, the condition of your mind creating certain kind of feedback or the reactions, and you think it is coming from the memory. No, it is the very behavior of the mind. It's same like a puppy or the cat that you keep next to you. And sometimes whatever the puppy does, or whatever the cat does, or whatever the movements they make, you become so happy and thinking, and oh, this puppy or this cat is communicating with you. It is completely different. It's mostly reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of your thoughts. You think, and then, and according to your thoughts, you bring the feedback. Otherwise, if you look the the animal, and from that point of view, maybe it is completely different story. But what happening? Because they cannot communicate with us. They cannot express their ideas. They cannot claim their rights. And because of that, we independently decide regarding them also. In day-to-day life, the same. Even when it comes to our soul, our personal life, the same. So that's why the parents give the name to children. And that's why when the husband and wife, when they get married, the mostly not it becoming little by little change now, but mostly the wife get the husband name. And at the same time, in the society, if you have a newly born baby, that the people should tell, oh, it's look like the mother, or it's look like the father. What is that? The authority. Not only the authority, you reflecting everything regarding your mind, your thoughts. When somebody say, oh, it is look like your father, your mother, you feel so happy. Even the children, when they get young, whatever they does, if they do the same kind of things like parents, the parents become happy, and the society confirming it and telling, oh, you look like exactly your father, your mother, then the parents become so happy. But this, it's a kind of like why you become happy? Because the deeper what you think, your thoughts, or your authority, your hierarchy, you reflect through others. That's why you become happy. In case if your child become completely kind of like look like a different person, and you start to act completely different things. Sometimes you tell it's kind of like a weird action. Why? Because we don't want to see something not related to our mind or our thoughts. So but when it come to the society, that's why through the religions or through the traditions or the believing system, we confirming, we establish that our deeper thoughts through these patterns. But vipassana is completely different. Vipassana is the method, it completely take you out of this all these patterns and authority and the hierarchy. So that's why when you observe yourself, you have to bring the fully awareness, the attention without any fear, without any kind of resistance. Because if you have the fear, that you have the resistance. So why the fear come? Because fear come, you lose to you don't like to lose your identity. We don't want to lose who we are, our identity. But when you look yourself, within yourself, when you observe yourself, in that observation, in that very moment, in that recognition, there is no self. When you experience that recognition, there is no self. So that's why in the Vipassana, it helps you to gain the liberation through this practice. So then what you have to do? You have to practice it little by little, again and again, again and again. It's same like the goldsmith. So you and me, if somebody bring a piece of rock and ask what is this, maybe we don't know about it. And if it is a piece of gold, maybe we don't know about it. If you bring a piece of rock to the gem cutter, and that person maybe know the name and the history and the method and all the information regarding it. There are some goldsmith, they can even closing their eyes, they can analyze the gold. How that come? So because of the practice and the awareness. So then yourself remember, breathing the same, like the goldsmith closing their eyes by touching. When they analyze this is gold, same like that. You also can closing your eyes when you observe your sensation. Remember, you can analyze the change. That is what you need. Once you able to tackle and recognize this change, because it is your own deeper inner experience, and you recognize that what we go through, it is just only the change. That is the reality. That's why finally the Buddha mentioned this everything impermanent and everything always changing, but we experience it within us, we don't see it. Why? Because we more happy to reflect and stay settled down, harbor, hold into memory. So while you hold into memory, you're not going to see what is happening in the moment. But one day when we die, everybody cry and everybody become unhappy, sad, worry. But can you see? We dying every day, moment by moment. Moment by moment we are disappearing. If you don't see that, when suddenly this everything disappear, we cry. But look yourself, what the Buddha said, this thing within yourself in this very moment, that is what you experience. It is not any kind of magic, or it is not you reach to something and understand. That is what happening in this very moment within you, each and within each and every inhalation and exhalation. So then when you come to the point to observe, even just settle down with your inhalation, exhalation, just remember, you experiencing this change. Once you experience that change, that is more beautiful, that is more powerful than reflecting and living on memory. It bringing you more happiness deeply. Living in the present moment millions times higher than living in past. But we addicted to repeat our life and go with the past. But through this technique, through meditation, what it does, it brings you slowly, little by little, not by overnight, little by little, it brings you to the moment. So once you settle down with the moment, you're going to see the change. Once you see the change, you're not going to hold it to anything. When you not hold it to anything, when you don't have any desire, there is no resistance or there is no fear within yourself. That is how deeply you awake your liberation. So this is what happening when you practice the vipassana. So then there are few qualities you have to develop within yourself. One quality, it's called chakuma. So the chakuma means that recognition, recognizing. So as example, simple recognition. See, when you recognize the sensation in front of your nose and your upper lip area, you naturally going to settle down with that. But this ability we losing every day, this recognition, even in day-to-day life, not about meditation, just very simple things. And sometimes when you have a communication with others, and mostly we not directly tells to others, even as a husband, wife, is even as children and parents, brothers, sisters, neighbors. Sometimes we directly not telling what we want or what is happening or what we want to tell. And sometimes even you tell it, other person recognize it in a different way. So the chakuma means when you hear something, when you see something, smell something, taste something, or feel something, or even there are ideas come to you, you recognize it without manipulating and you touching the organic nature of it without adding any thoughts to your experience. That is called chakuma. So in day-to-day life then, to get into this ability, to develop to this ability, you need the awareness or the attention. So it in day-to-day life, add these ingredients to yourself. It make you more taste, it will help you to have the more taste regarding the life. And that is where you get nourished out of it. And that is where you become matured with the life. But mostly when we get nourished from the memory, that we become matured with the reminding. That's why when a situation come, incident come, rather than understanding what we does mostly each other, we remind all the past thing. Oh, yesterday you this. Oh, remember last week. Oh, remember last year. Remember 10 years ago. Oh, remember when we went vacation, you did this. Why? Because we nourish from memory. That's why only tool you have, you throw the memory when a situation come as a depend system. There's nothing else. But when you develop the awareness, recognition, when you become matured with the recognition, when you uplift your ability to chakuma or the recognition, what happens? When a situation come, you always go into analyze it, recognize it. In that way, you're going to see what it is. And rather than adding the memory, you start to experience the reality. In day-to-day life, you have to add this to yourself and then experience your life. Because the what you practice with this, you have to live with it. It is not a meditation. It doesn't mean, the vipassana doesn't mean you close your eyes and sit for a few minutes and done. No. In day-to-day life, your whole life, you get nourished with this and you become matured with this, and then you use it. That is where you get the result. So the first one called the chakuma. So recognizing. So the to recognize, you have to have the attention. And the other one is vidura. So the vidura means that you deeply recognize the root reasons, not something else. When you recognize something, when you see something, you recognize the beginning point of it. So mostly when you don't have the ability to recognize, you cannot go to the bottom of the problem or the situation or the incident. So as you know, when you going to get something, the mostly when you want to really understand something, you go to the bottom of the situation and you analyze it, and then you can see it. So in day-to-day life, as a ability that you have to develop this, when you see something, when you hear something, when you smell something, taste something, when somebody come to your life, when you start to think even yourself something and look in the depth of this, why this is happening like this way, from where this come, why it happened to me like this, question it, and then it will take you to the bottom. But mostly we don't want to question ourselves. And sometimes even we don't want to question when the good things happen. And then sometimes ourselves, we condition, don't question, let's go. So when you want to do something, sometimes when you want to do crazy things, what the first condition? Don't question, let's go, let's do this. Why? Because if you question, you find the answer. If you find the answer, then maybe you're not going to do it. So in day-to-day life, we know that. But remember yourself, if you don't develop this, if you don't go to the depth regarding and if you don't develop the ability, it is very difficult for you to break down your this habitual pattern that what you already developed. Why? Because it is so strong. You have no idea how old it is. Eons by eons, it has the current or the memory behind it. So then only way to shut it down, develop the clear awareness. And other one is Nishaya Sampanna. So the Nishaya Sampanna is kind of like you start to multiply that whatever the result you gain. So as example, you find the sensation here. So recognition. So remember this all when it comes to the Vipassana level of practice, we just practice point of view, we get this all the example. So in the beginning, you find the sensation. So chakuma, and you recognize sensation. And then vidura, that's mean you go to the deeper and recognizing. When you go to the depth, you see the change. And other thing is you see the cause and effect, causality, necessary conditions, how things happening. And Nishya Sampanna means, so what you experience here, multiply. So whatever the sensation arise anywhere in your body, naturally you bring the same method to that and apply. And so wherever the sensation arise, you apply that same thing, the same thing. So like that, anywhere it happened, you go with it. So this nature in as conventional, the beings, we have this. So whatever that the words we used to talk, sometimes wherever we go, we repeat the same thing. So it's kind of like a niche sample. You put the same thing. Whatever situation come, you do the same thing. You don't change. You don't multiply that. That you don't kind of like change that different things. You don't moderate. You use the same thing. But here, it make you more ignorance person when you go with the conventional life. But deeply, if you develop it with the analytical method and recognition and the total understanding, and that is the depth of the understanding. And once you start to use that method to anything and multiply for any situation, it develop the wisdom. So conventional level, so what we use, this method, it make us ignorance. But in deeper level, if you use with the vipassana knowledge, this method make you wisdom. So then remember yourself that our main purpose is getting out of the fear, resistance, and developing total awareness, attention. So for that, you have to have some ability to you within yourself. That is why we keep practice. So at the same time, remember, because of this situation, this pandemic situation, now different meditation techniques come to the world. And this meditation is becoming very marketing word. And at the same time, in sometimes very near future, the very near future, it's going to be very difficult for you to find the original, authentic, the teachings. So that is the very nature of the teaching. So then, before that time come to you, remember yourself. It is your responsibility. Learn this, practice this, develop this, get the result out of this, and be total free out of this all the things. It is okay to jump into the religious boat or the vehicle, but remember, when the necessary time comes, you have to get out of it. Why? Otherwise, you get into the fear. You hold it to the fear. You become refuge to the fear and you go with it. But the Buddha is not the person who developed a religion. It developed total freedom and total awareness, and it developed the method to be completely independent yourself, conscious yourself, and analyze to the depth and see to the bottom without any bias or ideas or thoughts or patterns. That is where you're going to see the very nature what we experience. But the thing is this, when we bound to the history, when we repeat the past, what happening, we become victims to the karma. There is no way. Why? Mostly the karma come to us because we remind it. Consciously, unconsciously, we remind and we repeat that. It happened to you, it happened to me if you keep doing that. That is the very reason the karma can catch you. We remind and repeat it. But if you come to a very moment, total consciousness, awareness, not to repeat your past, in that very moment, there is no way the karma going to come to you. There is no reason that karma going to come to you. Because karma, not a consciousness happening somewhere, or somebody decide, oh, it should be like this way. Like it is it's a cause and effect. So the cause is repetition, effect is the, the reaction. So during Buddha's time, there was a person called Mahakala. So the Mahakala every day early in the morning, like 5 a.m., 4 a.m., early in the morning he go to river and have a bath himself and get clean, and then come to temple and clean the temple and worship the Buddha and have some discussion sometimes and then go. He used to do it for a long time. Everybody knew Mahakal come early in the morning. But one day, what happened? He he went to the river early in the morning. That time no one there. But that day he saw a girl. And before he go to the river, the girl was there. And when he saw the girl, because for a long time he didn't see something like that early in the morning. So when he saw that, it ignites something to his mind. So in that very moment, what happened? Group of people came and beat him and he died. So then the news came to Buddha and everyone gathered, and then in the evening, monks asked from the Buddha, Venerable Sir, this Mahakala, he used to come here and he used to come and clean the temple and do many things. So why it happened to him like that way? So then Buddha told a reason. One time, long time ago, once upon a time, there was a king. So in that kingdom, that this Mahakala used to be this king, very close to this king, and he was very strong person. And at the same time, he had so much military power. So king used to trust him. And at the same time, in that kingdom, there was a forest. In that forest, in the middle of the forest, there is a road. So suddenly, group of thieves came to this forest. What happened? That if somebody go at night or in the evening, they rob this all the people. And the king heard this, and then king called to Mahakala and told, you go to that forest and then give the security to guard the people, whoever want to cross the, the jungle, and facilitate them. So he with his army, the Mahakala went there. And then what happened? One day, they used to travel only daytime. At night, no one allowed to travel. So one day, there was a husband and wife came. This wife was so beautiful. And then the Mahakala saw this, and then all his emotions came high, and he thought to get this wife. So then what happened? And he told to the woman's husband to travel with her in the dark time. It's unnecessary. It's not allow people to go that way. But he himself purposely allow him to go into the jungle at night and told you can go, and it doesn't matter. But the king told don't allow anyone to go. But the Mahakala, he had a different plan. So once he entered to the jungle, what happened? From the other side he went and he beat himself to that husband and took the wife and came. So this was in his karma, that what he did. And then as a result of that, it was deeply sleeping inside his mind. So what happened? He went to Buddha. He used to go and have clean bath, and he purify, and he used to practice all the things and clean the temple early in the morning. He didn't see any woman, but that day when he saw the woman, at that very time, group of people came and beat him and he died. So the reason is, it ignite the memory related to what he did, and that memory bring the pull and invite all the reaction to him. So it happened to us also. That's why practicing vipassana and come to the present moment, living in the present moment, is the most safest place for you. Why? Because your past karma cannot catch you. And not only that, as a human being, that is the highest that you can get in. And not only that, in that very moment, in the present moment, wherever what that you live, in that very moment, you're not going to create any kind of future karma. So otherwise, in this conventional river, in this conventional ocean, in this conventional flux or the network, remember, whatever we does with our bodily, verbally, or mentally actions, mostly it related to our past. So that's mean we mostly repeat our life. That is why we mostly experience things again and again, again and again, again and again. So then be wise yourself. Because we don't know that what we have done in the past. So then when a situation come, rather than go with your habits, always remember this, always learn to act according to necessary conditions in that very moment. That is one of the most powerful way you can change the karma. Not all the karma, but most of the karma you can change if you, rather than repeating your life, rather than allowing your emotions to jump forward over the time, if you start to develop an ability to act according to necessary conditions, things, and situations around you, then you're going to be safe. And especially not with the unknown people. Remember, with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your friends, with your family members. Why? Because they are the one who bound to your karma, not far away other people. Forget about them. They're not going to do anything. You mostly get hurt, or you mostly become happy because of the people who were close to you. So then, with them, with your husband, wife, children, family members, don't repeat your life. Don't repeat your bodily action, verbal action, mental action. When a situation comes, don't repeat the words, and start to be aware and use the word, use the actions, use your thoughts according to necessary conditions in that moment. So your life going to become successful in a conventional level, and at the same time, spiritually, you become more matured and clear. You get out of this samsaric pattern or the karma or the repetition of this life. And that is where one day you're going to come to your total satisfaction, we call liberation or the Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavatacha ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.